You're wearing your blue light blocking glasses right now. So let's talk about specifically having that period of time without food, how that fits in, and then other things you're doing to enhance your sleep.
Yeah, one of the worst behaviors that we have that will lead to weight gain and also inflammation is eating right before bed. Many reasons why. Number one, when you eat right before bed, you're giving your metabolism energy. Your body wants to use that energy, but if you just go lie down and go to sleep, you're going to store that as fat. It'll slow down fat loss and arguably cause fat gain, weight gain. And it could lead to acid reflux, GERD, digestive issues because you're digesting food and now laying down. You're not vertical, you're horizontal. And that's also could lead to acid reflux and GERD. There's also a relationship, an inverted relationship between melatonin and glucose and insulin. Now, melatonin, Jesse, have you done a deep dive on your podcast on melatonin, by the way?
There's one coming out soon, and it's somebody who's been on your show, Dr. John.
Oh, yeah, he's the one. He's the one to talk about it, right?
So that'll be coming out soon, yeah.
So yeah, you learned about it. Melatonin is not just a sleep agent. It's one of the most important antioxidants and hormones we could take to buffer stress, buffer inflammation. Amazing for the mitochondria, just amazing for overall health. Every cell that has mitochondria, so every cell with the exception of red blood cells, use and produce melatonin. It's one of the most important, powerful antioxidants for the mitochondrial membrane. So when you eat food before bed, even if it's healthy food, there's going to be a glucose and insulin spike that suppresses melatonin. There's an inverted relationship. So you don't get the benefits of melatonin. It's going to interfere with your sleep. It's going to raise your body temperature. When you eat food before bed, it raises your body temperature, which is the exact opposite of what you want before bed. Because in order to get deep, fat-burning, restorative sleep, stage 4 sleep, your body temperature needs to drop 1 to 2 degrees. When you eat before bed, it increases. So you get less deep sleep. So you're going to wake up in the morning feeling hungrier, more groggy. And numerous studies show when you get poor sleep, the next morning you're going to have higher levels of cortisol. Glucose follows cortisol. You're going to have higher levels of the hunger hormone ghrelin, making you hungrier, and lower levels of the fat-burning satiety hormone leptin. So when you eat, you're less full and you want to just keep eating more. It's a vicious cycle. And there's also another study from the University of Chicago that showed in healthy men, by these healthy men, giving them less than 5 hours of sleep each night, but for only a week, they had blood sugars of someone that was pre-diabetic, right? Because lack of sleep will lead to a lot of issues. It'll raise glucose and insulin, raise cortisol. So when you fast before bed, a rule of thumb would be no food at least 3 hours before bed. You give yourself enough time to digest the food, to produce melatonin, to lower your body temperature. It doesn't really interfere with your sleep. Now, if you could extend that to 5 hours like I do, that's even better. So I really believe it's important not to eat before bed. It's not aligned with our circadian rhythm and our hormones. We're more insulin resistant at night. It's actually better to have most of your calories earlier in the day. And this is actually something I would have taught differently 4 years ago, Jesse. I was a big advocate of skipping breakfast and having dinner. Now I believe it's better to have breakfast and lunch, and if you can, skip dinner. If you could just have more of your calories earlier in the day, you're going to benefit than having it later in the day.
All right, let's talk about the light piece. Again, coming back to your glasses, what you're doing throughout the day to enhance that part of your routine.
Yeah, so as you can see, for those watching on YouTube, I'm wearing these yellow blue light blocking glasses. The reason I wear these, and blue light's not necessarily bad when we get it from the sun. It's actually great for energy production and cortisol. But the blue light we get from these artificial lights, I have these two big lamps right here. I have these artificial lights all across my office here. That's junk light. Junk light is not good for you. And this blue light that comes from artificial light can be problematic. Your brain has to filter out the junk light. And I'm around junk light pretty much all day long. I do a lot of content like you, Jesse. So by wearing these blue light blocking glasses, instead of my eyes and brain having to filter out the junk light, the glasses do a majority of it for me. And the analogy is like a computer browser, like Google Chrome. I'm using Google Chrome right now. I don't know if you're like this, Jesse, but over time on my Google Chrome browser, I end up having 5 tabs, 20 tabs, 40 tabs. And I always think I'm going to go back to these different studies and all these tabs start popping up. And then my computer runs slower. So that's kind of what's happening to your brain and your body when you're getting too much artificial junk light. Your body and your brain is running slower because it has to filter out. It's using a lot of bandwidth to filter out all the junk light. And if I just closed out all of my tabs and just opened up one browser with one tab, my computer is going to run smooth, right? That's the same thing when you wear these glasses. It's like having just a couple tabs open. You're going to function much better. That's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is getting outside and just getting sunshine. Like right before I hopped on the interview with you, I have a basketball hoop in my driveway, and I played basketball for about 45 minutes this morning. I got sunshine through my eyes, on my skin. The more sunshine you get, I'm sure Dr. John spoke about this, the more melatonin you start to store throughout the day. And then at night, you start to release it, which helps with sleep. At nighttime, it's the most important time to avoid the artificial junk light. There are some cool things you can do. So at nighttime, my yellow glasses turn into red glasses. The red is for nighttime. The yellow is for daytime. But on my phone, if you have an Apple phone, there's a way, and you could Google this, there's a way where you could change your settings where you hit this 3 times, and then it turns it into a red light on your phone. So you're not getting the artificial light from your phone. You tap it 3 times after. There's a setting that you can do. Just Google it. I also wear the blue light blocking glasses that are red at night. I'm avoiding any kind of stimulation at night. I do my best to do that. Sometimes my fiance likes to watch these shows. Like we're watching this show called From, very stimulating, but it's better to watch something that's more casual at night. You don't want to increase your heart rate before bed. And you want to avoid screen time about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. If you wake up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, don't turn on the lights, use the bathroom in the dark, or install red bulbs in the bathroom where you could see and not sacrifice your sleep and increase cortisol. So those are a few things you can do.
So you've emphasized the point we don't want to eat within that period of time before sleep. You happen to post a video today on your YouTube channel talking about different drinks that we can have before bed to enhance fat loss, including the banana tea. So I'll have you talk about that one.
Banana tea, that's a favorite there, right? And I want to give credit to Dr. Michael Bruce, America's Sleep Doctor. He's the one who told me about this many, many years ago. Banana tea is like nature's NyQuil. And it really helps calm the body, calm the nervous system, calm the mind, especially if you're somebody who has all of these racing thoughts at night. I know as an entrepreneur, you could probably relate, Jesse, you like have all these ideas and you want to just like go to work and implement these ideas. And at night before bed, it's not the best time to have that because it keeps you awake. But if you're worrying about things or something on your mind, it's preventing you from falling asleep. You have this long sleep latency where it takes you 45 minutes to fall asleep, an hour or so. Banana tea could really help. So the peel of the banana has more of these micronutrients, potassium and magnesium, than the banana itself. So what you want to do is grab an organic banana, leave the peel on, but cut off the ends of the banana and then cut it in half. Then you put the 2 halves into a pot of water, 2 cups of water, and you boil it for about 5 minutes. And what's going to happen is these micronutrients that help calm the nervous system, calm the mind, they begin to seep into the water as it boils. Then after 5 minutes, you pour the banana tea into a cup. You discard the banana or put the banana in the freezer. You're not eating the banana. This is still keto friendly, by the way. It doesn't break your fast as well. You're not eating food. It's not creating a blood sugar spike. You pour just the banana tea into a cup and you drink it. You sip on it. It has a mild banana flavor. You could add a little bit of cinnamon if you want. And it helps calm the body. It's like nature's NyQuil. So I'm a big fan of banana tea. And the reason I put it in that category as a fat burning drink is because it helps you get that deep delta fat burning sleep when you drink banana tea.
If you enjoyed that clip, you're going to want to head over here and catch a full episode. I'll see you over there.
I did the experiment. So I did 90 days of carnivore, and a couple of interesting things happened. I dropped 6% body fat, meaning a total of 6% body fat reduction during the 90 days. And I didn't even realize that I needed to lose those 6% body fat for my body.